So we have been getting quite a bit of great episodes lately from everything that I've been watching, in my opinion. Not only did I get a good episode with the first two shows, this week's episode was actually pretty hype for what pops off and transpires. And I feel like there's this always this cycle of how they kind of rotate through the characters and what they're going through. I am a lot happier that they are involving usually all three of them every time now. Like they just always like make a spot for them to show up and like showcase in each other's episodes to kind of witness what's going on, and sometimes things just will never change. But I think now that we know how much has been transpiring within um, the cops making their moves, and not only the cops, this organization that clearly has way more necessary firepower to deal with these types of beings, showing not only are they willing to buy off, whoever they can to portray the people that they're supposed to be friends with and, help out, but that they're willing to then, play along with any weird scenario that may be happening and act as if they don't notice it and that it wasn't important at all, which was probably the only reason why this girl wasn't such a threat to everybody as she, really is, because they're literally just hiding the overall fact that hey, she may be dangerous and like threatening and stuff like that, but with the way the guy is summing up the story, and putting it, she's not the problem. He's the He's the gravity man, and that's why, when the show goes on, they can just play it off as him being the one that has the powers and stuff like that, not her, and having a whole bunch of people coming after him and trying to, take him out and stuff like that. So man, it was a pretty messed up episode. Not only does she have to experience that loss, she then just gets taken away afterwards. Like she literally gets taken by the government after these guys pretty much knew he was just human. Because the thing that was the best kind of indications of what was to come with these two characters, with this girl and this guy, was the fact that the episode was just called Gravity. And to hear a gravity man, you just automatically gravitate to assuming this is what the episode was talking about. So, yeah, we got it. Now we know what this should revolve around, which it did, but then at the end, with a twist. Um, I don't know many people that like shows like this that kind of have these morally gray stories, but every single time this stuff is happening, it's always with one of our characters, one of our people who are striving to become what these people that are attacking and setting up people and all this stuff, they want to be these humans, in the case of maybe not the ones that are doing all this twisted stuff to get anything and everywhere that they want, but they at least want to be the same species as these guys. And it's coloring the narrative even more and more at the time of why, like why do you care to be something these like evil and this corrupt and this scared at times enough not to stand up and fight for what you might think is wrong. For instance, the one cop that's, at every single scenario, but what is she doing really to change anything, right? Like she isn't helping anybody by just the way she's going about doing things. So it kind of points the finger also at the people who are always there and never really pushing any change. They're just trying to pretty much accept the fact that they're going to always have to listen to their upper, like their higher ups. And because of that, there's nothing these people can really, or there's nothing she can really do. Um, this guy has just like the higher authority over her, and with that, it just makes it obvious who has to cater down or like clam down, even if she is right. And seeing this little girl like straight up lose a friend and maybe even the only father figure she's had since she's been in this military camp that they were doing experiments on her and stuff. It hurts to see that that guy just gets bodied because it was necessary because he was in the way. He was not important to the overall mission that was at hand. So take him out as quickly as possible, get past it, and that's the best thing we can do. So very, very dark stuff when it comes down to just the way a lot of these characters get treated and get handled at the end of the day, which, to be fair, it's kind of obvious when you see it coming at times like this, like when you see episodes like this, that something bad is going to happen. And once it happens, there's no going back, or at least we know that once it happened every time, our characters that want to see the good side of humans and stuff like that are going to experience it. Not only that, this whole thing was a setup from the jump. So the person that he literally trusted almost more than this girl, which sure he did want to leave on his own, and or like once he wanted to leave, the leader, quote unquote, wasn't down. So it gave you another impression that he might not that guy might not have been all there for him if he wasn't willing to go with you guys and continue the show or whatever anywhere. But it also was a good way of showing us how corrupt and how powerful the government can be when it came down to uh, raising up these suspicions, and then after the suspicions are raised, you can't make any money. Not only can you not make any money, people will never want to come into this area unless get that handled out. And then now the one and his business is done, because not only did it like come out to be true, but the guy literally gets killed and the girl then goes missing again. Like, where's no one's gonna report about the girl's whereabouts. So it just goes to show you how quickly and soundly these agents and this world can clean up things and make certain aspects of stuff look really bad and grim. But then all of a sudden, when you come back to their side of how they're doing things and how they're communicating so quickly, like how are they changing anything of a good side of things and a bad side of things when they're taking every necessary route possible, good or evil or disgusting, to get their results. So really interested in this show. I can't remember if we already know how many episodes, if it's going to be like 12 or if it's going to be more. I'm not sure if we got that information yet. But regardless, I am enjoying it quite a bit and I hope to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're thinking of this show in the comments down below. I read all the comments. I don't know. I enjoy seeing what people have to say regardless of, you know, if I agree or disagree, or I'll let you know whatever I kind of feel on the thing. If it is on topic or if it's something else you want to talk about, I usually just like to talk to the anime people. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing one, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. So, with that being said, peace.